As we all know, our Vikings seem to have just a little bit of a kicking curse.
And Anderson hasn't missed in 2 years.
Make this field goal, the answer should probably be yes.
39 yards away, and it's not good.
Blair Walsh from 27 yards left hash. Snap good, spot down. Walsh's kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it. Are you kidding me?
Sorry you had to see that.
But it didn't stop there. From missed extra points,
the extra points off the upright,
spending a 5th-round pick on a kicker, cutting him after week 2.
He missed it again!
And then he goes on to become one of the league's best.
Snap good, hold good, and Raiders in, Chargers out.
We even picked up the most accurate kicker in NFL history, and even that didn't break the curse.
He misses again.
So yeah, it hasn't been great to say the least.
But the Vikings finally have their solution at that kicking position with 5th-round pick Will Babyface Assassin Reichard.
Hunter from the 5. Hunter got an opening. Reichard brought him down, or he might have had a big one. And now Will Reichard going to talk a little stuff.
The FBS's all-time leading scorer comes to the Vikes off a stellar career at Alabama that saw him hit 95% of field goals from within 40 and a whopping 84% overall.
His biggest concerns coming out of college was his leg strength, with his longest make being from 52 yards.
From 52 to make the lead 7. And he will drive it inside.
But so far through the early stages of the offseason, he's been putting those concerns to rest, impressing Vikings beat writers while putting on a show at OTAs.
Matthew Collar and Dane Mitsutani of Purple Insider also came away incredibly impressed after OTAs, saying things like, holy hell, and oh my god in regards to Reichard. They also noticed the consistency, but what they really noticed was how the ball absolutely just booms off his foot. He was hitting from 60 yards with distance to spare, hitting the net behind it. And also when he was kicking 55-yarders, it was up near the top of the goalpost. All really good things and things that you want to hear about our new kicker. So leave it to us Minnesota Vikings fans to be excited about the team getting a kicker who's actually looking pretty good. I mean, as we mentioned multiple times throughout the video, the Vikings have had some pretty rough luck when it comes to kickers. We noted all that. No need to actually talk about the scenarios again that we've experienced. But man, it's just Will Reichard, he does feel different, doesn't he? I mean, the biggest thing with him is the consistency. And it's not just consistency, it's consistency at the college football powerhouse of the last decade in Alabama.
Right. Yeah, dude, exactly. And you know, I know we weren't going to touch up on the other kickers, but I do want to say one thing, because I was at the Blair Walsh game when he missed against Seattle, and I froze my ass off and stood there the whole time thinking that we were about to get the victory. Ended up getting honey dick. You know, the rest is history. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still a little bit upset about that, but whatever. We got Will Reichard, and what, like you said about him, the thing with him too is, like you said, the consistency. He played for a team like Alabama, and this is a kid that like was looked at as kind of like a prodigy as a kid as well, like coming all the way up. He's been performing at a high level, as high of a level as you possibly can for like outside of being a professional athlete, like he is now. So like, I mean, you got to be just happy that that is the case for this kid. And coming in, like we've said, like is all about his leg strength. Yeah, he's consistent. He hit almost all of his field goals under 40 yards, but what is he going to do when he has to get like 55 or further? Like we mentioned, the 52-yarder was his highest, but for the guys because us regular people, we haven't been able to go to training camp or not training camp, but OTAs and watch this kid kick. So we get just the little tidbits that comes out from that, and these beat writers that we're talking about. But for them to come out and saying that he's hitting 60-yarders with room to spare, it just makes you so excited, because it's like, that's the only concern. And the fact that he's even hitting 60-yarders at all, you know, I don't know. Yeah, gives you a little confidence in this kid, because everything else, you know, he has.
Yeah, I mean, and it is OTAs, or it is OTAs, it is minicamp, it's shoulder pads, shorts, no one trying to, no one really trying to like desperately block your kicks, none of the pressure that comes with real game situations. Right. But again, so you do need to take that into account. But just like you said, playing at the highest level at Alabama, toughest competition there is out there in the SEC. It's just, you expect this kid to carry over what he's doing and perform, you know, and I think it just comes from a place in Alabama where maybe, you know, and in college football in general, where they don't take a lot of risks on super long field goals unless you absolutely have to. Right. So I don't think this has anything to do with the fact that he can't do it, because we are now seeing that he absolutely can. And these beat writers are telling us that. So I don't have any concerns about the leg strength. I know another issue, people were a little bit concerned with touchbacks, but now with the new XFL kicking rules, and you necessarily don't want to kick it through the end zone because you want to get it in that landing zone, he might actually end up, like, his lack of leg strength when it comes to kickoffs might actually be playing into his favor here. But I guess the one thing that when I look at this guy is, you worry, like with Blair Walsh, he missed a kick, his head wasn't right after that. Daniel Carlson missed some kicks in preseason, missed those 2 kicks in Lambeau. In that season, they were really they thought they had a shot, so they got rid of him after 2 weeks. And a lot of times, like, and had he stayed here, who knows? His head might not even got back on straight, right? Like, usually a kicker being cut and having to go somewhere else is kind of what re-clears his mental, and he ends up getting on the right track again. But I personally don't think that we have to worry about that with Will Reichard. I think he's going to come in. I think he is going to be absolutely baller. I think he's going to have the right headspace. He's shown that throughout his time at Alabama. I think we're finally looking at the man who will solve the Minnesota Vikings kicker woes, and I'm excited. It's,
of course, obviously, just like a lot of our videos lately, it's early. It's really early to say. And but when it comes to kicking, I mean, so far he's proven that he's got everything up here that you want. It's a different game playing in the NFL compared to even Alabama and college. So we will see. But, you know, you're getting a guy that's very accurate, and he's putting up, he's starting to prove that he also has a leg for it. So
absolutely. Exciting stuff, man. We love Will Reichard. We want to know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts on the new Vikings kicker down in the comment section. Like and subscribe. See you guys next time right here on the GG Sports Podcast.
Skol Vikes.